Today we're going to talk about writing inequalities. And writing inequalities is a lot like writing equalities or equations. The standard that we're working on is still ACED, creating equations. And we need to talk about what inequalities are. Okay, well, if you Googled or looked this up in the dictionary, you would see the definition is for inequalities is the relation between two expressions that are not equal, employing a sign such as less than or greater than. Okay, so inequalities, the prefix in means not, and equality means not equal to. So an inequality is something that is not equal to. So we use these symbols to indicate inequalities. So we read in English from left to right, and so in math we also read from left to right. So it's important that we realize what these symbols mean and how we actually read them. Okay, so this symbol here is less than, and the symbol here is greater than. And if we had 2 is less than 3, we simply read from left to right. 2 is less than 3. Now the point always points to the smaller number, or you might have learned that it opens to the larger number. Either way, the symbol still is read the same way. 2 is less than 3. We could rewrite this and say 3 is greater than 2. Okay, but again, we have to read from left to right. So other key words, more than means greater than, and this is our symbol. Less than simply means less than, and our symbol looks like this. At least. At least means greater than or equal to. So we have the greater than symbol, but we also have this little line underneath it, and that little line means or equal to. So we have this symbol here that means greater than, and then the symbol here means or equal to. And then no more than means less than or equal to. So we have a less than symbol and an equal to symbol. So this means less than, and the little line down here means or equal to. So let's look at a word problem. Ellie is buying cookies and chips for a party. Actually, Ellie is buying chips and cookies for a party. One bag of chips costs $3 and one package of cookies cost $4. She must spend less than $40. So your step 1 is the exact same step 1 as writing equations. You must identify your variables. And here, C is not a good variable to use because both chips and cookies start with C. So I said let X be our bag of chips and let Y be a package of cookies. So once we've defined our variables, because that's exactly what we're looking for, we know one bag of chips costs $3 and we know one package of cookies cost $4. And then we have this symbol here, or this information here that says she must spend less than $40. Okay, so we've identified these variables and we've looked at the important information that's in this problem. And so our next step would then be to write the inequality. So I have here 3 times X because every single bag of chips cost $3. And remember, X is bag of chips. So I have $3 per bag of chips. And here I have $4 for each package of cookies. $4 for every single package of cookies. And then we have this symbol here that means less than. And we know this 40 here is also in dollars. She must spend less than $40. So I have dollars here for bag of chips, and I have dollars here for package of cookies, and I have dollars here for total amount spent. So 3 times x plus 4 times y is less than 40. That would be my equation, or actually it's not an equation, it's an inequality that would identify the story problem that is given. So let's look at this problem here. A radio station is giving away tickets to a concert. They plan to give away tickets for seats that cost $25 and $40. They want to give away at least 20 tickets. The total cost they give away can be no more than $280. So let's figure out what the important information is here. Well, a radio station is giving away tickets to a concert. That's great, but that's not necessary info. They plan to give away tickets for seats that cost $25 and $40. Now that is important information. The seats cost both $25 and $40. And they want to give away at least 20 tickets. And the total cost they give away can be no more than $280. Okay, so our problem here is that we have two different equations or inequalities that we need to write. Okay, but they both deal with the same variables. So what are those variables? Well, why don't we let x be the seats that cost $25? And let's let y be the seats that cost $40. So we have x are our $25 tickets, and y is the $40 tickets. So we've got the $25 that cost. Maybe I should write that word cost in here. Or you could have named them as the $25 tickets and the $40 tickets. Okay, so let's write the inequalities that go along with this story. Let's first start with they want to give away at least 20 tickets. Now, if they're just giving away at least 20 tickets, this has nothing to do with money, does it? Nothing to do with money. And so they're just giving away at least 20 tickets. And at least means they could give away more than 20 tickets. And they could give away exactly 20 tickets. But they're not going to give away less than 20 tickets. Okay, so we have the number of $25 seats plus the number of $40 seats is going to be greater than or equal to 20. Again, that's the number of $25 tickets plus the number of $40 tickets. And that total, that sum, is going to be greater than or equal to 20. Now the total cost for the tickets they give away can be no more than $280. No more than. Okay? And now we're talking about money. Everything's going to be in terms of money. Okay, so how much is every single X ticket? Well, every X ticket is $25. So we have 25 times X, the number of X tickets, plus 40 times Y. And that can be no more than $280. So that has to be less than or equal to 280. Well, I picked some really awful numbers because there's no way that they can give away 20 tickets and still cost less than 280. So my guess is I missed a number here. So we could pick a different number to make it better. But what we would see when we actually go to solve these is that this isn't actually a possibility. But since we're just writing the inequality, I'm not worried about it quite yet. Okay, so we could change that number to make it something that's more feasible, but I just picked random numbers in here so I could show you how to actually set this up. Okay, so that is how we set this up. It's very, very, very similar to an equality or an equation, but our only difference is that these are inequalities, so we're using different symbols.